What would you do if I took you to a place 2,905 feet in the air to look down?
Yo, Juno! Why you leave him?
Scared of heights? Then this is not for you. Hey, what's up? My name is Jay Foley and welcome to my channel. Welcome to Life and Times on Jay Foley on TV. Now, if you've been following on this content, I do share my experiences in my life and my times in the past, in the present, and of course, even what is yet to be. Now, today on the show, I'm so excited because I want to take you to a place in the Volta region to visit the tallest mountain in Ghana. I know most of you have probably been there, but if you haven't been there, then hope this channel can give you some insights before and prep yourself before you decide to take a trip, an adventure to the tallest mountain in Ghana, and that's Mount Afadzato. Well, you can say Afadzato or you can say Mount Afadzato. Now let's see how the story even just began for us. So we're a bunch of boys plus the sky marshals just decided to take a weekend trip to visit the tallest mountain in Ghana. Of course, people have been talking about it, so we set off. And again and again and again, I keep saying that if you intend to visit any of these places, make sure you drive with a 4x4, so that you don't experience issues, because the road is crazy. It is bad. Like, it's so bad. A place we got to called Pevi. I don't know if as at the time I'm filming this, the road has been fixed. But as at the time we went on that trip, I think back in 2017 or so, it was bad. It was so bad that one of our vehicles actually even messed up. The cover of one of the oils, containers, I think the gearbox fluid or the ATF or something, the automatic transmission fluid came off at a point in time because, listen, the engine was rocked. The engine was rocked. It came off, so we had to make a stop over at a place to a filling station to get it sorted out.
So we just got to a town called Pevi. You know Pevi? And we had a little vehicle issue. So we're just trying to top up our automatic transmission fluid and some brake fluid as well. I think it's also as a result of the very bad road that we had. We kept on, shaking the engine, and then the cap just popped off. But we are fine. So it's just about a few more kilometers for us to hit Hohoe itself. We're going to visit the Willy Falls and check out Mount Afadzato as well. And then, well, way behind us is back to Accra. We're not going back. Well, are we okay now? Okay, I think we are okay now, so we're just going to go back and continue our journey.
Even way before that as well, it was exciting because on our way, we also got lost at a certain point in time where we had to ask for directions, because sometimes there are no directions to these places. You need to keep asking and asking, so they'll tell you. And also language being a barrier, because I don't speak Ewe, all I had to do was ask him, Afadzato.
Afadzato. Straight. Right. Okay.
There, and he did show me. He pointed way ahead. And of course, when we journey on these places, man, some of the things that you see that are so touching. When we sit back in the capital city, for those of you who are in Accra, when we sit in the capital city, we tend to think everything is, in fact, we get all the good things and the cool things happening here, but back in the rural areas, it isn't so. Even access to food, water, clean water, school. So we met these bunch of kids who were carrying these sticks on their head, and I was just saying to myself that, look, these kids, like, they are walking miles unending just to be able to, reach from one village to another. Only God knows where they were coming from and where they were going to. Man, I was so touched, and I stopped the car. And
sometimes we sit in the city and we have all the luxury and the lifestyle, and I'm just a bit, touched by this. Are they in school? Do they get proper health care? Do they get access to water?
I had just a couple of CDs in my pocket, so I gave it to them to get some water or whatever they will get on their way, food, something. Man, it was so touching.
Thank you. So I give the big man the 2 Ghana CDs, and I give the other kids 1 CD each. I think it's cool. They sound very excited. Let's continue our journey. That wasn't the reason why we came here.
But anyway, like I said in the video, exactly, that wasn't the reason why we were there. So we continue our journey, and eventually we got to the town, where the tourist center, where we're going to be taken to the mountain. Then we met up with this cool dude called Francois. Francois is half French, or maybe half Togolese, half Ghanaian, or because the people who live there, a lot of them come from Togo, so he speaks French. I tried to speak French with him, but of course my French can't meet up with his.
And my tour guide today, Francois. Je m'appelle Jay Foley. I'm trying to do some French.
But do you know there's a whole story to the name Afadzato?
The name of the mountain itself is Afadzato, which is an Ewe word, which means at war with the bush. Now somebody might ask, who is at war with the bush? It's the plant, which actually grows on the side of the mountain, and it causes this irritation when you pass by it. So people were saying that they were at war with the bush anytime they were climbing the mountain, hence the name Afadzato.
Well, that was my version. However, Francois added on to it and explained how the name even came about. Aside the bush, there was more.
Avaja.
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 Yeah. The war in Ewe, we call it Ava.
Ava.
Ava means one.
Oh yeah.
The name
okay.
of the Asian plant is Cha.
Okay.
And mountain is To.
Okay.
So we said mountain Afadzato.
Mountain Afadzato.
Afadzato. That's the name, mountain Afadzato.
Okay.
The original name was mountain Afadzato. And where the Europeans came, the white,
Yeah.
they can't pronounce the mountain Afadzato.
I knew there was a change in there somewhere.
Yeah. Because you have an alphabet called in a way.
Yeah.
They can't
Pronounce it.
They can't pronounce it.
Yeah.
They try to extend that alphabet and put F
There.
there so that they can call
Oh.
it Afadzato and they can pronounce it in English. So they extend the Afadzato to become Afadzato.
So eventually our journey began. Well, guess what? Mount Afaja, or Afadzato, or Afadzato, now I can say that, Afadzato, isn't even the tallest mountain in Ghana.
We have another mountain called Mountain Adu.
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 Adu. Oh, Adu.
It's behind this one.
Okay.
And it's taller than Afadzato and it's also in Ghana. But they said Afadzato is the highest one. Because,
Why are they saying that then?
okay, because those mountains, that mountain called Adu
Yeah.
is on top of another mountain, a mountain on the mountain.
Okay, so it gives it height, but
Yeah,
from the
that
ground up.
That means the mountain is on another mountain. But Mountain Afadzato,
Yeah.
Mountain Afadzato is on its own.
Okay.
So from ground level, Mount Afaja or Afadzato is the tallest mountain, but Mount Adu is actually sitting on top of a mountain which is even higher. At the end of the video, when we get to the destination on top of the mountain, you see Adu and you realize that it's even higher than Mount Afaja or Afadzato. So we started our journey and we kicked in. As usual, these tour guides will tell you, oh, it's just 10 minutes, just 20 minutes. In this case, Francois said it was 20 minutes. But people, as at 40 minutes into the journey, we were nowhere near close, even to the peak of the mountain.
It's just like two minutes already into our journey. And I tell you what, we're already tired. But I'm telling you, these guys cannot climb this mountain with these things. Let's go.
Man, it was so steep. Listen, the journey was so steep that at certain points now we had to even be using the trees to be able to climb and push ourselves up, and it was tiring. It was tiring. And I tell you what, like, one of the biggest and most important commodities on climbing that mountain wasn't even money for Francois, it was water. So if you intend to travel to Mount Afaja or Afadzato, make sure you have some water, enough water with you, because that will become so important. At a certain point in time, we even stopped to rest. 40 minutes into the journey, man, we were tired, so we stopped to rest. Now look at the look on our faces. Do you still want to go to Afadzato? Eventually we pushed on. We walked minutes unending until we finally got to the final lap. And when I could see the peak of the mountain just a few steps away from me, I was just in a hurry to get there. So I ran, screaming and saying that I want to be the first Sky Marshal to stand on top of the mountain, to reach the top of Afadzato. Man, it was an experience, standing 2,905 feet in the air. Do you know what it even means to jump 6 feet? Do you know what it means to stand on a 3-story building and look down? Do you know what you're going to see when you stand on a mountain 2,905 feet as the tallest mountain in GH? To even look down below was a town and the villages. For us, or for me, I started thinking about, wait a second, am I going to walk back that distance back to the car? Oh my God. Now, interestingly, when we got to the top of the mountain, now I was shouting out to our last member because it was getting scary. He wasn't responding, so we thought something had happened to him.
Juno, Cedric. Like you for that as me. Yo, Juno. Why you leave him?
Juno. We're calling him out, but eventually he walked on there and joined us at the peak of the mountain. The view was beautiful, like I said. But you know, we didn't just come to Mount Afadzato or Afadzato empty-handed. It wasn't just water we brought or our cameras.
On behalf of the Sky Marshals, my name is Jay Foley, and I say, here we are. Charlie, waakye. What up? This is waakye.
We were the first people to actually eat waakye on top of the mountain. I know people have been there, people have gone to Afadzato or Mount Afadza, but guess what? The Sky Marshals were the first bunch of boys to go to the tallest mountain in Ghana to eat waakye. Now, would you beat that? Next, and of course, we couldn't leave without signing off our names on there. So I signed on there, Sky Marshals, wrote my name, my team members picked up, and then we had the ultimate shot of our life. The aerial view overlooking the mountain, the tallest mountain in Ghana.
So, Sky Marshals are at the top of Mount Afadzato. And we just came to set the record by eating waakye here.
Sky waakye.
And I keep saying that if you want to appreciate nature, you need to understand nature itself. How the hell, in heaven's name, did that crater form so high up in the sky and blessed us for it to be in Ghana? And on that note, that's all there is going to be for today's edition of Life and Times, our journey to Afadzato or Mount Afadza, the tallest mountain in Ghana. The name is Jay Foley. Stick on, subscribe to my channel, Jay Foley on TV, watch Life and Times plus more exciting contents right here on this channel, and stick and stay because I will be back.